Hello YouTubers, this is Tia from Musings of a Mystic, and I'm back with another pick a card reading. Today's question is, what is your twin flame thinking, wanting, feeling? What is their current energy right now? Like, what are they going through? And what is the mutual energy between you guys? And, you know, basically just whatever pops up about your twin flame or soulmate. I mean, whatever soul connection you've got going on, that. We're talking about that, okay? So, please don't forget, this, is a general reading. It will not resonate with everyone, and not everybody's twin flame is on this particular earth plane. So, this is really more about whoever you are connecting with right now. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, tip, and donate, and comment. All of those things help me to, my kids are upstairs. Help me to stay motivated so I can make you guys more videos in the future. And if you'd like, hop over to my shop to see what awesome crystals I've got there, awesome stones, awesome oils, magical things, all those things. And email me if you need a personal reading. So, here we go. So, the Divine Masculine is going to be Peridot, and the Divine Feminine is going to be Amethyst. The Divine Feminine is the Actor Tarot. The Divine Masculine is the Waite Tarot deck. So here we go. So why don't we start with the Divine Masculine. We're going to just put them next to each other and go from there. Please remember that this is a general reading and will not resonate with everyone. And that is okay. Like I said, if you need a personal reading, just so that it resonates with you and no one else, my mail's down there somewhere. So what is the Divine Masculine thinking regarding the Divine Feminine? My notes are on my phone. Drop something on my floor. What is the Divine Masculine feeling regarding the Divine Feminine? Oh, God. Okay. What is the Divine Masculine wanting regarding the Divine Feminine? He wants to talk. These cards are very, jumpy. There's a lot of air here. What is his current overall energy? There are a lot of people out here. He might think that you, or he might be with somebody else right now. You guys might not be in a romantic connection or be closely communicating with each other. Okay, so what is the Divine Feminine thinking about the Divine Masculine, or regarding the Divine Masculine? Oh, wow. That's cool. What is she feeling regarding the divine masculine? What does she want regarding her connection with the divine masculine? King of Cups, High Priestess, Three of Swords. Current energy for the divine feminine call. Okay, so in the thoughts at the top, we have the King of Swords in two different decks. Interesting. So I feel like the King of Swords is the divine masculine in my mind. And he is in the thoughts of the divine feminine as well as in his own thoughts. But he might be focusing on himself, thinking about himself, thinking about what he wants. And he might, if he's not in a relationship with the divine feminine, he is thinking about one regarding her. He's thinking about like offering her his cup of love here, because I asked the question what he is thinking regarding the divine feminine. So I feel like he wants to reach out. I always see the two here as somebody reaching out with a loving message. With the Two of Cups here together, I'm seeing this as they kind of want to reach out and offer you, positive emotion. They want to offer you a positive message. They want to talk to you. I'm talking to you as if you're the divine feminine. So just, if you're not, it's okay. Just take it how it resonates with you. I just kind of feel like, and the King of Swords is somebody who is a thinking person, a very thoughtful person. The Swords cards are a very mental suit. So I kind of feel like this person is very much in a thinking state. Thinking about a relationship, thinking about reaching out to the divine feminine, thinking about and if you're not with this person is still thinking about connecting with you. So like if you were with them before, or you knew them before and you separated from them, the divine masculine is still thinking about the divine feminine here. A lot. And this also indicates a soulmate, twin flame type connection as well. So those are his thoughts. She is thinking about him too, because here he is again in the thought position for her. Now she also might be thinking about herself. I kind of feel like he's not her main focus right now, because he's not in the middle of everything. She's kind of thinking about, what she needs here with the 9. Thinking about what she needs, what she wants, how to build her own fortune, how to come into her own in a single capacity. She might be single, or she might just be an entrepreneur, or somebody who just takes care of herself. And it's like right now, I feel like you guys might have had, if you knew this person or connected with them in real life, not just online or on the fifth dimension plane or whatever. I kind of feel like this is more for people who have connected with their person face to face. And I kind of feel like maybe you guys were thinking about being in a relationship and then something happened, because we've got the Four of Swords, where she's just basically meditating and thinking about, healing herself. The 3 comes before the 4, and the 3 of Swords is about heartbreak. So I kind of feel like that heartbreak is in the past, and she's just kind of like visiting his memory in her mind. And I feel like this is divine feminine, and she's like visiting her memory in her mind. Somebody else might be dream walking, which means they enter your dreams consciously, and they're in your mind, in your dreams. Just kind of, they might appear, and you think that maybe you had too much garlic to eat or whatever, and you're just having a weird dream, when it's really them astral projecting into your dream. So I kind of feel like, all that other stuff aside, that she's just trying to heal and relax and, build her own world right now alone. And he is focused on a relationship where she is focused on kind of getting herself together. And I guess it feels like she's putting him behind her. Like she'll think about him when she goes to her mind palace. But she's trying to just get herself together here. And maybe she's thinking that in the future they'll come back together, but right now she's really just trying to focus on herself and do some personal healing and some growth in her own sphere. So the next question is feel. What is the divine feminine feeling? We have Temperance, the 8 of Swords, and the 2 of Wands. So Temperance to me goes back to what I was saying before with the 4 of Swords, where the 4 of Swords to me is about healing, meditation, just kind of getting yourself together. Temperance here speaks of healing, blending, integration. To me, I feel like she's just kind of focusing on herself and focusing on, integrating what went on. Just it might not have anything necessarily to do with the divine masculine, but it's like she's just trying to integrate her own issues so that she can move forward. I kind of feel like she's got a situation that she's dealing with right now that has her feeling stuck. I feel like she's trying to find a way out, and she's doing this by trying to integrate her own issues with the Temperance card. And with the 8 of Swords, it's like she's feeling stuck, but it's like she's getting to the point where she's cutting herself free, or she's got some help coming through to help her cut herself free from whatever she's gotten stuck in. Because there are 2 people here on both of these cards. So I kind of feel like whatever situation kind of hurt her, and it might involve the divine masculine, because it's what is she thinking regarding him. So it might be a situation regarding the divine masculine that she feels like hurt her. So she's trying to integrate that into her emotional body, her spiritual body, so that she can heal from it and get away from that energy. And I kind of feel like maybe she's with somebody else that's not the divine partner, and she's connecting with that person, and that person's helping her move through the situation that she's kind of stuck in. So, what is he feeling? And this could also be taken a different way, where maybe she feels like he has come to help her and help her integrate. But for some of you, for some of the divine masculines, the divine feminine, the divine masculine is what caused the issue. So she's with somebody else. Just take it how it resonates with you. If you're the divine feminine, the divine feminine. Just take it how it resonates with you. So, what is he feeling regarding the divine feminine? He might feel like she's getting what she wants here. And if you're both involved in this situation where, you know, this situation that's in the feelings, if you're both involved in that, I feel like he kind of sees her as getting help from someone else. And he might be seeing her or feeling that she's being selfish here in some way, shape, or form. Because the Knight of Cups, to me, can come off as someone being selfish, like having everything that they need and not sharing any of it. You know, just kind of sitting there like, oh yeah, I've got these cups, but no, you ain't getting any. So I kind of feel like for some of you, this masculine figure is, if you guys aren't connecting at all, he might be using someone else to kind of talk to you so that he gets what he wants. So if you blocked him and he wants a relationship with you, he's thinking about a relationship with you, then he might be using someone else to spy on you. This is the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. He might be using a family member to spy on you so that he can get the information he needs and or wants so that he can get what he wants, which is to reconnect with the divine feminine. So, like a lot of you aren't even connecting anymore, and he's still kind of stuck on the situation. But this could also just be two different aspects of what he's feeling. Like, he's trying to be head over heart, or trying to balance those things out so that he can have what he wants, which is the relationship up here. And then he's just kind of like having a hard time balancing his rationality with his emotions, which, you know, those two things don't often mix very well because they are so different from each other. Okay, next is want. What does she want? I kind of feel like she just wants to heal. To kind of like connect to her spirituality and continue to heal from whatever situation had her. 8 of Swords, feeling stuck. 4 of Swords, having the need to heal. And here's the 3 of Swords, which talks about heartbreak and things not going the way that you planned them to. And here on the card, the heart is starting to heal now. So I kind of feel like she just kind of wants to put all of this stuff behind her and continue to heal. Where the King, the divine masculine, seems like he just kind of wants to work things out and continue the relationship with her, even though she is trying to, she's thinking of basically just healing and thinking of the divine masculine as a distant memory. He is thinking of rekindling the situation and bringing it all back and kind of just, you know, continuing on with his divine feminine soulmate. We've got a pair here. The King and the Queen are the same suit, which means to me soulmates, marriage, people who are just very close, family, stuff like that. I think secretly she just kind of wants to heal. So she thinks of healing. She feels focused on healing, and she wants to heal. So all of her like mind, her feelings, and her wants are all in the same focus, where she's just like healing from whatever he did to her. Which I understand. I mean, I think, did this come down here? Okay, yeah. And here goes this. It's like she just kind of wants to hide away the memory of him, the King of Cups, which I feel is, interestingly, we've got 2 pair here. So I feel like this is her divine masculine, who maybe acted a fool, acted very selfishly, wasn't very open, didn't do what he said he was going to do. Maybe he was just basically emotionally abusive or whatever. I feel like this King of Cups wasn't stable for her. And she is just kind of like, I keep wanting to say secretly she kind of just wants to get rid of the memory, or she wants to bury it in her subconscious. The High Priestess can indicate things like that, the occult, subconscious things that you're hiding from yourself, things that you're hiding from other people. So I kind of just feel like she just wants to leave all of this behind and start to heal with this Three of Swords. With the swords taken out, she just wants to heal. The heart's already starting to heal on the card. And she wants the Six of Swords, leave the bullshit behind. And she kind of feels like she's getting close to that point where, she's finally cutting herself free. She's finally getting to the other shore, leaving the rough waters behind. She's finally meditating and thinking on how she can heal from the situation, focusing on herself right now. And it looks like he is focused on her. He's focused on a relationship with her. He's thinking about a relationship with her. He's wanting a relationship with her, potentially watching her through social media, using somebody else. And now we're getting down to his wants. It's like the Three of Pentacles, his wants. Three of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is somebody who's not necessarily rational. This person is rushing around at breakneck speed. I feel like he wants to rush back into her life. I feel like this particular reading for the divine pair is these people are not together right now. I feel like she's focused on herself and he wants to come back to her. So I feel like he just wants to rush back in. He wants to just come right on back in, rush back in. If she's got somebody else, he's a little bit jealous of that person. He wants to cut that person down and just kind of take her back. Three of Pentacles work together. He wants to work together with her now. Come forward with the Chariot card and work with her now. Even though she probably gave him a chance to do it in the past and he probably refused. I feel like he probably refused. And now, all of a sudden, he wants to come forward and be like, we should work this thing out. We should get back together. Why don't we just start over? But I don't think she's feeling it. I think she's focused on herself. I think she's focused on her own healing, and she's not really interested right now. She might have blocked him, or he might have blocked her, and now she realizes that if he blocked her, it was probably the best thing for her at the time. And if she blocked him, she's realizing that was the best thing for her at the time. So we did thoughts, wants. Thoughts, feelings, wants. And in his current energy, he might be focusing on his money, focusing on building himself a nest egg or whatever. He might also have somebody else in his house right now. He might be dealing with somebody from the past. Because between these two, the Fire Queen and the King of Earth is the 1111 card. He might be dealing with another person. I want to say karmic. He might be dealing with a karmic relationship right now. He might have other people that he has to try and support, which is why he's working so hard on his coin. I kind of feel like he's looking forward. He's looking into the future. That way is the future. That way is the past. And he's looking toward the future. And he's trying to leave this person behind, but it's like she is determined to suck him dry because she's looking toward him through the filter of what they had before, a home. Maybe they had kids. Maybe they were married. Maybe he was married to his karmic for a long time, and they're not the same suit. So I feel like these two people are not necessarily well suited because they're not the same suit. She's a fire person. He's an earth person. So it's kind of like he also might be dealing with other people on the outside of this divine connection, and he's just trying to deal with that. People who aren't romantic partners. I kind of just feel like his current energy is just dealing with things at home, dealing with this other woman. I don't really feel like this is a close romantic thing. I kind of feel like maybe she comes in as, you know, a friend with benefits or something. But I feel like he already knows that this queen is not well suited for him. I also see her in the past position, so he might have left her behind already, and he's looking toward the future, but she is like chasing him. I kind of get that she's chasing him down, like running down behind him. And if she is not getting what she wants, she becomes the angry queen. She becomes the angry, crazy, bipolar, you know, I'm hearing upside down, which means reversed queen of wands. It's weird that he's dealing with this. And he's like I said, he's looking toward the future. He's trying to get away from it. He might also be moving, and this might be his queen, his realtor. He might just be dealing with issues at home, period. Just trying to support his home. That being his current energy. Alright, so what is the divine feminine dealing with here? Okay, so we've got another repeat card. We've got the 9 of Cups here. She might be dealing with overindulging. Like, what do you call it when you eat? Stress eating? I say stress eating because here goes the 5 of Cups and the 9 of Cups, and you see this person on this thing eating this food. He's fat. He's like huge, right? And depression is the 5 of Cups here. I feel like that's depression. It's just the card of depression, and I feel like these two together just kind of screams stress eating, depression eating, like just eating to feel better. That might be one thing that she's dealing with. I feel like she's also dealing with abandonment issues. This could just be in general abandonment issues. Maybe a parent abandoned her and she's still kind of trying to deal with that. But I'm seeing that she is also trying to just heal everything that she's got going on. And she's being successful with it. I see that she has created some form of purification with the dove flying away. Doves stand for like innocence. White doves stand for innocence, purity, and things like that. So I feel like she has worked on some of her issues, and she has successfully healed some of them through the help of her divine, maybe a different relationship. I see that this person that she's dealing with helped her kind of get herself together, and she's still got more things to deal with, but she's healing, which is good. Just in general, she might be getting some of the things that she wants. I do see that she is abundant. We got 2 9s here, both of them speaking of being abundant and having, you know, more than you need, basically. More than you could want and more than you could need, I guess. Because she's got the 9 of Cups, where she's fulfilled emotionally, or she's working toward being fulfilled emotionally and getting what she wants. And then the 9 of Pentacles, where I'm seeing her on this card as having, you know, money. Money's coming in. There's plenty of food, shelter. She's in her garden, attached to her castle or her mansion or whatever. She's just kind of like here, you know, I'm good right now. She's getting to a point where she's good. And it looks like he wants to come back into her life where she's kind of focused on herself here, like overall. And yeah, she's got a couple issues still. You know, she's still got some healing to do, but she's getting to the point where she's leaving that stuff behind, cutting herself free, or having people help her cut herself free. There may also be a psychic connection between the divine pair. He might be trying to reach out to her psychically because the King of Cups is right next to the High Priestess. So her current energy right now is basically like being brave. She's just basically being brave and showing just how freaking strong she actually is. Because it's a strength card. She's drawing upon the power of lions, basically. And you know how powerful lions are. And she's like facing her fears. She's, you know, staring down these issues, the long-held ones especially. She's looking at her depression. She's finally turning away from the spilled cups and toward the cups, the still good cups. Like, she's looking at what she's actually grateful for, opposed to, you know, what she's lost in the past. She's changing. She's changing. She's looking at those that left her and that she's saying, you know what? Fine. You left me. That is your problem, not mine. I am going to deal with my own stuff, and I'm going to heal, and I'm moving on. I like this reading for the Divine Feminine because she's showing herself to be strong. She's not focused on him. She's not spying on him. She's not like looking at the situation from a standpoint of being so raw and hurt. She's not doing that anymore. What she's doing is focusing on herself, where he appears to be focusing on her and the relationship and communicating with her, and, you know, maybe communicating with her through somebody else and trying to work it out where he can come forward again. And even though he's got this clinger, this hanger on here, he's like, I don't want this. I want to focus on what I lost, basically. So we're going to look at mutual energy. I just don't want to put these away because it just looks, I like this. So here's what I'm going to do. My miniature deck. What is the mutual energy at this time between the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine here? Really? Seriously? Again, for the third time? That shit's never happened before. Got another repeat card, the Hanged Man, and the Moon card. So I kind of feel like there is definitely still a spiritual connection here. This is definitely a soulmate connection, like if you needed to know. Like you already knew that, that's why you're asking, but I'm seeing these three as a spiritual connection. Sometimes the Moon card can be seen as lies, deceit, illusions. Here I'm kind of just seeing it as the intuitive side of the Moon. The intuitive knowing before you knew, knowing without knowing. That doesn't make any sense. Like knowing but not knowing why you know kind of feeling, you know? It's kind of like when something resonates with you, you can't pinpoint exactly why, but you know that it resonates and that it's for you. That kind of energy is here. We've got the divine counterparts with the Lover's card. This is like divine blessing here. In the mutual energy. And nostalgia. Going back to the past. So this just... The divine... This is just a divine feeling, if that makes sense. Like a heavenly blessing type feeling going on here. And I've got... I feel like he's like... Let me just... Hold on. I'm going to clarify that just to see, you know, if I'm losing my mind. Yeah. Okay, so I asked because I just have the feeling that this King of Swords is kind of stalking the divine feminine here. And it's like she's got her eyes closed to the situation. She's not even like paying attention to it anymore. She's trying to move on and stop focusing on it. And there's this little man down here staring at these people. I kind of feel like a man in the park staring at people, you know, like just pretending like he's walking his dogs and just watching this scene over here. It's like he comes there every day. They're there, so he watches them. The Knight of Swords is somebody who is impulsive, who just cannot freaking help themselves. This person is like over emotional right now and racing around because of their over emotionalness. And it's also part of the spy family. And then here is another card that to me indicates being stalked because of the World card. He's standing up. First of all, he's up here on this freaking balcony. Okay? He's up on this balcony looking over the land here. What is he watching for? He's watching something. He's also got the world in his hand, which indicates to me the World Wide Web. So I kind of feel like the King of Swords is showing, the divine masculine is showing up as the King of Swords because he is either like watching her house or just, you know, he's probably just watching her over the internet. So I kind of feel like the divine masculine is really focused on getting her back in his life. And he's just like, you know, I'm just going to watch for my opening. I'm watching for my end. Because like I said before, I feel like you guys aren't really communicating right now. I feel like she blocked him. I feel like the divine feminine blocked the divine masculine for whatever reason. And she's just focusing on herself, trying to get her own shit together. And here he is, like, you know, he is finding ways around the block, okay? Just be mindful of that. I don't feel like there's danger here. I just feel like he just wants her back. But the Knight of Swords came out 2 times, so just mind your P's and Q's and don't post anything too personal if you don't want this person popping up in your life. I just got the King of Swords 3 times, and that's always like a spy king thing for me. So I'm just, you know, relaying this information. This is just a general reading on YouTube too, so, you know, just take what resonates, leave the rest, protect yourself, just in general, do what's best for you, all that good stuff. So the excuse me, the mutual energy is that this is a divine connection that he is like looking at, like he recognizes it now. He recognizes that this is a divine connection. This is his divine counterpart, and she's gone. So I guess I can see why he's kind of stalking, because the divine energy is very strong. It's like something that you don't feel with other people because it's not meant to be felt with other people. So he feels it with her, and that's why he's like watching her. You can see he's sitting on his throne, like staring right at you. Where she, in every single card that she pops up on, she is not focused on him. She's focused on her coin here. She's focused on the cup here. I feel like this isn't her on this card. I feel like this is the karmic partner that he's got detangled himself from, and the karmic partner is in the past, and she's looking at him. Even on this card, she's looking at her coins. Here, she's looking at, she's like in her memories, looking at, what's going on, trying to meditate and heal from it. On this card, she's looking at the world, connecting with her partner so she can get cut free. Here, she's not looking at anything. So I just kind of feel like, and even here, she's like looking at her cup. She's looking at the lion. She's not focused on him at all. Like, at all. Okay? Where every time I see him on a card, King, staring at you. On the Chariot card, staring at you. On this card, I see him interacting with somebody else, and he's not looking at her. He's looking into the future. Which is creepy. But anyway, even on this card, the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine, he's like staring at her. I'm on a roll now. Look at this. She's looking at the freaking God creature there, and he is looking at her. That is creepy as fuck. But anyway, I was looking at the mutual energy between you guys. This just kind of confirms that this is divine energy, that this connection is basically a godsend, or one that was sent from God, not necessarily meant. I don't mean it like, oh, it's a godsend, therefore it's a boon, it's a blessing. I'm just saying that it was probably something that you guys decided on before you got here on this plane. And now that you're on this earth plane, shit hit the fan, and she's like, no, I'm done. And he's like, oh, let's just do it again. So, I had these three. Here's the queen. No, that's not the right one. I think I had 6 cards, didn't I? Yeah, okay. And that was the bottom of the deck. Alright, so basically, right now, this is, to me, talking of, it's not a karmic lesson. I keep wanting to say karmic lesson, but I'm seeing a change of perspective. Like, each of you right now is changing your perspective. For whatever reason, for him, he's not, like, I don't see him really changing a whole lot. I'm just kind of seeing him focus on the divine feminine, where she's focused on herself. And I feel like she's learning her lesson, her soul lesson, better or more. She's getting more from it than he is, where he is just kind of focused on getting her back and coming forward toward her and trying to, like, rekindle the situation, where she's, like, focusing on her coin, she's focusing on her emotion, she's focused on healing, she's focused on moving forward. But mutually, I do see movement here. I see movement, but it's like he wants to move back toward her, where she wants to move forward with the Chariot card here. Okay. So I don't think I said anything about zodiac signs. I'm seeing for him, he might be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I'm getting strongly air signs. Not Sagittarius. That's not what I want to say. Well, that's what I'm getting. Sagittarius, Virgo, Taurus, Libra, Gemini, Scorpio, Cancer, Capricorn. This could just be in his chart somewhere. It doesn't have to be his actual zodiac sign. It could be his sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, whatever. And for her, Sagittarius, Gemini, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Pisces, Cancer, Leo. That's what I'm getting. All right, excuse me. All right, so that is basically it for this twin flame check-in, twin flame situation. If you guys like this type of video, I can do it again. Don't be afraid to make recommendations in the comment section. That stuff actually helps me to create more content in the future. Hopefully you got something from this. You got a message that you can use to make your life better, or just to understand. If you need a personal reading, mosquitoes. If you need a personal reading, my email is down there. If you need crystals, oils, or other esoteric items, occult items, you can pop down there, get my shop link. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, tip and donate, and comment. All those things help me to stay motivated to make more videos in the future. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.